In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or a halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the holder of the end. Should a look of childlike fear come over the worker's face, you'll then be taken to a cell in the building. It'll be in a deep hidden section of the building. All you hear is the sounds of someone talking to themselves echo the halls. It is in a language that you don't understand, but your very soul will feel unspeakable fear. Should the talking stop at any time, stop and quickly say aloud, "I'm just passing through. I wish to talk." If you still hear silence, flee, leave. Don't stop for anything. Don't go home. Don't stand in. Just keep moving and sleep while your body drops. You'll know in the morning if you escaped. If the voice in the hall comes back after you utter those words, continue on. Upon reaching the cell, all you will see is a windowless room with a person in the corner, speaking an unknown language, cradling something. The person will only respond to one question. What happens when they all come together? The person will then stare into your eyes and answer your question in horrifying detail. Many go mad in that very cell. Some disappear soon after the meeting, and a few end their lives. Most do the worst thing and look upon the object in the person's hands. You will want to as well. Be warned that if you do, your death will be one of cruelty and unrelating to horror. Your death will be in that room by the person's hands. That object is one of 538. They must never come together. Ever. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask the clerk for permission to see someone who calls herself the holder of the beginning. A small smile will work its way over their mouth, almost as if they are saying, "You fool." You will then be taken down a long hallway, long enough that you would expect it to lead outside the building, yet in clear violation of laws of space and physics. It instead leads deep into the heart of the institution. The hall will be forever silent, even if you try to make a noise. Screams will die before leaving your mouth. Footsteps will be muffled. In light of speech, your guide will simply point to the door. Beyond it lies a cozy room filled with pleasant, yet unidentifiable perfume. At the room's corner, a beautiful woman holds her empty arms as if cradling something. This room will remain just as silent as the hallway that led to it, until you ask a singular question. Why were they separated? The woman will then explain, in excruciating detail, every horrific event in history. Every beating, every war, every rape, every killing. No travesty in history in the universe will escape your ears. When she finishes, all will fall silent, and you'll be free to leave. It is up to you to do what you will with this information. That woman's object, too, of 538. It is up to you if they should be rejoined or not. In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, ask to visit someone who calls himself the holder of eternity. A sigh might escape the worker as they look upon you with utmost pity. They will take you down a flight of stairs that might expect to lead to the basement. They don't. As you press deeper and deeper into the underbelly of the institution, you'll begin to hear a chorus of screams. At first it will be barely utterable, as if originating from a point of great distance away. But as you approach the end of the hallway, the screams will grow clearer and more thunderous, until they drone so loudly that it consumes all other noises. The din will quickly become so painful that you'll feel the unrelenting urge to claw your own ears to escape it. Resist this impulse. The worker will show you the door. As swiftly as they can, they will unlock it and run, leaving you alone in this cramped, dark hallway. This will be your last chance to run. If you decide to continue, open the door. The piercing wail will then end abruptly, leaving your ears ringing. The door you will enter will be coated in an almost tangible darkness that consumes all but the far wall. Manacled to the wall is an emaciated figure covered in raw slashes. He will stare directly at you with a maniacal grin plastered to his face. Seeming undisturbed by his festering wounds and the scalpel rammed into his chest. The only way to save yourself from this man's dark design is to ask, who created them? He will crackle in a manner befitting the death throes of animals before responding. His will be the most horrific tale you have ever heard. Beyond such primitive concepts as pain and death, it will develop deep into the very essence of evil. Those of weak mind would go mad hearing it. When he finishes, it will be up to you to release this man from this terrible burden. Remove the scalpel, and he will shudder once in agony before falling silent forever. The scalpel is Object 3 of 538. It is up to you if the rest should be protected or destroyed.